Gentlemen, let's broaden our minds. Lawrence?
Merry Christmas, everybody. It's the last Brewflix episode of 2015.
Yay!
So far. 2016, just around the corner.
We did it. We made it through the year, everybody.
Yeah, overall, now looking back at the year, I know there's still a couple movies to see, but overall, what do you guys think of the year that it's been in movies? Up? Has it been up? Is it been down?
It's been one of my favorites.
Yeah.
It's been really good.
Between Spectre and other stuff, it's just been so great. It's been so great, but no, just getting down to it.
But specifically Spectre.
But yeah, exactly, specifically Spectre. So actually, we have some house cleaning to take care of, specifically with not a bet, but just a prediction that all of us made a little while ago.
Yeah, we do.
About Star Wars: The Force Awakens, specifically Rotten Tomatoes and opening weekend. I failed. I guess I lost, quote unquote. I went for $223 million and 91%, which is a respectable guess. Cody, you guessed $235 million and 92%, which is pretty good. But Josh was about $1 million off, if you really look at it, with opening weekend. He picked $247 million and 94%. Spot on, sir.
Yeah, thank you.
Was that just off the top of your head, or
it was off the top of my head? I have no idea how I guessed those numbers.
You got Bob Iger's phone number or something like that?
Oh.
But yeah, like the biggest opening weekend ever. I think it set. Didn't it set the record for most records set?
Yeah,
it set the most
much.
It's going to break every record ever.
This last weekend, $149.2 million in its second weekend.
I can't wait until it stomps all over Avatar because I hate that movie.
And I'm so excited. But just looking in of the highest grossing movies of all time, it's 10th all time. It just beat Minions, Josh, right? So
it's already 10th all time.
It's already 10th all time. That's the worldwide gross. They have a whole thing with like adjusted worldwide gross. Like
I'm going to see it again in about 2 hours. So.
Oh wow, nice.
Oh my goodness. What time is that for you? How many?
11:20.
No. How many viewings?
Oh, that'll be finally, I'm seeing it for my second time.
I've already seen it 4 times.
I've already seen it 3 times.
And they're trying so hard to see it again, and it's like keeps being sold out, and it's I'm working, and it's all this stuff. Finally, I have time, little bit of time to go see it. So I'm also going to see it at a actual IMAX theater next week.
Good for you.
So
I went, and the third time that I saw it, it was in a bigger theater, even fuller than the second time I saw it. It was incredible. That was quite an experience.
The last time I saw it was real weird. I had like a really strange audience.
Yeah.
Like they were into it, they were clapping. I guess I didn't have a weird audience. The rest of the audience was good, but specifically there was a little kid sitting 2 seats away from me.
Kids suck.
Who was just talking the whole time. At one point he turned to me and said hi. I'm like, hey, what's up? Why are you doing? Just watch the movie. His mom had to hug him when that thing with Han happened.
Yeah.
It was just bad.
What a little punk. No. So wow. So Cody leading the charge with four viewings. I'm at 3. Josh is at 1.
I bet Josh will win by the end.
Don't even like Star Wars, but
I'll win by the end. I can tell you that right now.
The next hurdles this thing has to jump is Iron Man 3, which doesn't deserve half of the money
at all. And
yes,
Frozen, oh my god,
it deserves all that money.
What?
It's got to jump over Iron Man and Frozen.
Have we not talked about this?
I'm just ignoring him. If I do, he'll go away.
I would like to talk about this.
I like Iron Man 3.
How do you like Iron Man 3? It's so bad.
Because it's funny. It takes risks. It's awesome, and Tony Stark is awesome in it.
It failed.
It's always awesome.
Risks.
They don't take risks because it's a
they do.
It's not.
We're gonna have to get to that.
Well,
I've always wanted to
eventually.
do
Now's not the time. We're
five
here to have
movies
fun,
I like
not to
and
argue.
hates, and vice versa. I feel like that'd be a fun conversation. But yeah, it's got about 55 million to beat Iron Man 3, a little over about 130 to beat Frozen, and then Harry Potter, Avengers, Fury 7,
I
other
thought
Avengers.
I thought one of the Transformers movies was in the top 10.
No, it bumped it out.
Oh, cool. Awesome. That makes me happy.
Somebody just lit up fireworks somewhere.
That was me.
He did it! Skyfall made less than Transformers. Oh god. Anyways, but is there really any doubt now that this is going to beat Avatar?
No, I don't think so.
I think it's still not a guarantee, but it's definitely I think it's going to happen.
I was fascinated to find out that Avatar, I mean, not only, but compared to this, it only made $77 million its opening weekend.
Yeah, because the thing with Avatar, it was the buzz and the
3D.
I mean, I saw it when it was 6 weeks playing. It had been playing for 6 weeks, and it was sold out.
Mm.
So.
But that's 100% because of the gimmick.
Mm.
The 3D. It's the best. It's probably still the best 3D I've ever seen.
I still don't see what the big deal about the 3D when that movie was either.
It was
that's
good.
Just
It was the first time that it was good 3D.
Yeah, it's so weird.
No difference.
The highest grossing movie of all time, and not just by a couple million or so, but almost a little over half $500 million, has had pretty much no cultural impact.
No.
Because it's the same movie.
Recite a line from Avatar.
Nobody dresses up. Nobody dresses up as a Na'vi for Halloween.
Well, they do, but they're referred to as furries, Josh.
Nice one.
I hate myself. But anyways.
Shouldn't. That was hilarious.
So yeah, that's Star Wars.
This is a Star Wars podcast, so we did have to mention it.
Exceeded everyone's expectations, I think, would be a fair thing to say. And before we move on, I just want to bring up one Star Wars little piece of news. It's that The Force Awakens was not the working title for the whole production. Did you guys hear about this story at all?
Nope.
So which one?
Star Wars had a different title.
Oh, yeah.
Did they know what it was?
Yep, I can tell you right now. It was originally titled Star Wars Jar Jar's Return. No.
Oh, yeah.
Star Wars...
Jar Jar Misa back.
Misa back. Star Wars Shadow of the Empire.
Yep.
Oh.
That is taken right out of the original expanded universe.
Kind of a boring title.
The Force Awakens is a kind of a boring title too.
I think The Force Awakens is.
I think it's a great title. Actually, I love them both, but I think it's just Force Awakens is way more fitting.
Mm-hmm.
I can see why they would call it Shadow of the Empire because it is kind of coming off of. It's out of the shadows of the old Empire, the new First Order. But that's not the focus of the movie. So
I hope Episode 8 is Star Wars Maz Kanata.
I'd cry. I'd be so happy. She's one of my new favorite characters.
Really?
Yeah, she's awesome.
Wow.
Cody, you'll get this reference more than Josh probably will, but I'm hoping that somebody, as soon as it's available, gets a Maz Kanata costume and goes to the Syracuse basketball games. She's orange and stuff. That'd be great.
The orange man.
I have no idea what they're talking about.
Syracuse basketball, it's the only thing that people have up here. And
around here.
We're called the Syracuse Orange. Just orange, not orange men.
We're a color. The mascot is the orange man, I believe.
His name is Otto the Orange. He's just a giant orange. It's a weird thing, but that's all I could think. I was like, oh, this is gonna be great. Cool. But yeah, with January having such high-profile releases as Benghazi, it definitely looks like Star Wars has been.
God, are we gonna have to watch that?
No. Well, I don't mind because I get it for free, so I don't care. But
it's got to go against Ride Along 2, The Fifth Wave, Dirty Grandpa. Jane Got a Gun. It's in January.
Oof.
50 Shades of Black, the newest spoof movie.
I'm still more excited to see that than the actual 50 Shades of Grey movie.
Kung Fu Panda 3 is in January.
You were about to say Kung Fu Panda.
That's even funnier. That's what it should be called.
Aren't those good movies? What are they doing in January?
That is what I heard.
I like them.
Oh.
I've never seen them.
I have a weird thing with those movies. I watched the first one and then I watched the second one. Mm-hmm. I love them while I watch them, and then I don't remember anything about them as soon as they're over. I don't know.
Enjoyable but forgettable.
It's weird. Yeah.
I gotta tell you, 2016. I'm looking at it now, and we're gonna have a top 5 or 10 anticipated coming up pretty
Oh,
soon.
yeah, I should look
Mhm.
at that.
Not too bad. There's some
Yeah.
interest. There's some
I actually
stuff here.
today I put together my top 20 list. Well, I'll narrow it down for our show, but
Oh,
the most
boy.
anticipated list, and I'm really excited for next
Oh,
year.
I just googled 2016 movies and the list already. I'm excited to see all of these movies,
Mhm.
Yeah.
except for Ghostbusters.
I'm excited for Ghostbusters.
Fantastic Beasts. Oh, spoiler alert! That's my most anticipated.
Dude,
Same.
not
I-
mine.
no,
It's
I've-
not mine.
I've begun my I'm almost at the end of my reread of the Harry Potter series, leading up to my re-watch of the Harry Potter series all in one day. So I'm on a huge Harry Potter kick right now.
Those movies were on this weekend
Yeah.
or
So-
this whole week, and I was watching some of them. These family-friendly movies were playing, and the ads they were playing were ridiculous.
Yeah.
They were doing SPCA commercials and hungry African children every other commercial. I was like, guys,
Yeah.
you're really killing the
I s-
mood.
I swear those commercials they're like more and more there with every passing day. They keep trying to like force us to feel sad
It's
about
not gonna
everything.
work.
I feel sad already, so don't need your help with that. No, Harry Potter weekends for children. Okay, I do it all in one day until my eyes bleed.
I do it over the course of a week because I don't hate myself.
It's the best feeling ever. You go through all the range of emotions. Oh, it's great.
I wouldn't. The only reason I even did it with Star Wars was because it was the only chance I was going to get to see it in a theater.
True.
But like all in one day, if it's like 3 or 4 movies,
No.
then it's fine. But it's like when you're reaching like 8 movies in a day, it's like a one-time thing.
4 words.
I don't know how you'll be able to keep watching after the last still of Prisoner of Azkaban. That movie has the worst ending ever.
That is the
You
worst.
spelled
Harry
you
Potter
mis
ending.
you mispronounced the best, but
I mean, no, the ending of that movie.
I like the ending.
You like the freeze frame shot of his face?
Fuck.
No,
It's
that's
exciting.
so bad.
The firebolt
I
that he in the books he got like months earlier. No,
Who cares? It's the movie. It's different. They're not the same.
well,
My dislike doesn't come from me reading the book. It comes from that stupid ass ending.
yeah, same.
I like it.
You're lying though.
Got to jump
I
on the
know
bandwagon.
this. You hate that movie because you read the book.
Exactly. The time turners just are ridiculous. That's
I-
why
I love-
Homegirl J.K. smashed them in book 5.
Hmm?
In book 5, they destroy. There's a battle of the Ministry of Magic, and they just
Yeah.
all the time.
I know. I read
It's
them.
great.
I haven't.
Cool.
I don't know if I'd ever reread them. I love them, but I don't read anymore. I don't know how I'd like them now.
He listens.
Yeah.
They're all on Audible.
Yeah, I listen to books now.
Let's move on a little bit, guys, and talk a different kind of sorcerer. We got our first look at Doctor Strange.
Oh yeah.
Still don't know what the hell this is, but hey, he's looking cool, I guess.
Looks all right.
I think it looks awesome.
I
Yeah.
don't-
Do
What
you
is
guys
this?
like know anything about Doctor Strange or?
God
Of
no.
course not.
Oh yeah. He's before he gets into I don't know exactly everything. It's been a while. I believe he has a car accident. He's a surgeon. He gets into a car accident. Don't know all the details. Something to do with I'm really foggy. I haven't read up on Doctor Strange in a really long time, but through events and stuff, he meets a sorcerer. He becomes what's called the Sorcerer Supreme.
Did you hear me
It's
snore?
based. Oh, shut up! Shut up! Dumbledore and McGonagall and Snape—they're all silly words. Shut up.
You're a silly word.
Got him. Oh my God. You guys are throwing such fire.
Like a Rick Ross album. All right,
Yeah.
keep going.
Yeah. So just imagine kind of what, like a Harry Potter type wizard would be in like a superhero scenario. That's basically what Doctor Strange is.
Okay, that's cool. I just want can it just be like 2 hours of Matt Mickelson like doing spells? 'Cause that's kind of all I want to see.
Okay.
I don't know. It could be cool, but I've said that about a lot of Marvel movies, and now I'm just kind of like, all right. I know there's going to be a city in peril at the end.
It's gonna
So,
happen. He's gonna win.
he's gonna the
That's what
stones. The
That's
stone's
what
gonna be
superhero
taken.
movies are.
I know.
Yeah, but I'm just done with Marvel, kinda.
I'm not. I'm just getting started.
I'm feeling the fatigue.
Yeah,
TBH.
Fatigue is a myth.
It's not.
my eyes might start bleeding when I see Thor 3. Just saying.
I'm excited for Civil War though.
True. Even then, that's just like, what are we doing, guys? Oh, okay, Infinity War, nice, cool. But anyways, yeah, I mean, it's gonna be cool. Just how cool is it? And Josh, are you at all worried about Scott Derrickson being the director, or did
No.
bad directors from Marvel movies not?
I don't. I think he's a good director. I just don't think he's a great director. I think he's fine.
I might be
I'm not like
something.
he's not like everything else besides him is what has me excited. Like the cast, which is incredible. Because you got Benedict Cumberbatch, Chiwetel Ejiofor, the lady whose name I keep forgetting. What's her name? Tilda Swinton.
Oh, she's great.
Yeah, she's awesome. You got Mads Mikkelsen. So the cast really has me excited. I love the character. It's a really different type of Marvel property. Scott Derrickson, I liked Sinister. I hated the last
Yeah.
30 minutes.
His
But
part-
I thought it was a pretty decent movie.
I know this isn't.
Sister is awesome. That's a great movie.
Yeah.
It's a horror movie, but it's good. I love it.
And I know this doesn't really quote unquote matter just because it's it's just critics and they have their own biases going into it. But the best he's hit on the tomato meter is with Sinister at 62%. So I don't know. That just seems like that raised a red flag to me. I was like when it was announced he was the director. It's like, oh, this guy hasn't done well.
Yeah, but that's just a percentage. That's just how many of them liked him.
Well, he's gotten no less than 115 reviews, so it's a pretty significant chunk. But hey, you never know. Good things can come from crappy places, I guess. But cool. So Doctor Strange, when's that coming out?
November 4th?
Oh, 16. Oh, cool.
16. Yeah.
Fascinating.
Hmm.
And now I think I'm going to take a couple minutes and just air my grievances.
Is this about the song?
This is about the song.
Okay, go ahead.
So, as I've well documented on this podcast, I'm a big fan of the Daniel Craig Bond films.
Wait, well, you like those movies?
Shut up. But anyways,
I thought you hated him.
I've been quite upset. I was quite upset with the choice of Sam Smith, one of the most boring, quote-unquote, pop artists of the current, state of music. I was very disappointed in his selection to come up with a new Bond theme for Spectre, which is a movie that I love more than probably my firstborn child.
Ooh,
Just,
savage.
but it has come to life.
Make sure you play him this podcast when he's
Yeah,
born.
I'm gonna make sure he hears it.
Good. I want him or her to.
Need this.
As they do with every Bond movie, they ask a few different artists, maybe 2 or 3, to come up with their Bond songs. So they usually have a set idea of who they want beforehand, but they ask a couple people that they're curious about just in case to kind of write up a song. And Radiohead released their version of the Spectre theme called Spectre, completely different to Writing on the Wall. And before I dig into this, I want to ask you guys, what are your thoughts on Radiohead, if you have any?
I like him.
Me too. I like him a lot, actually.
Okay. I actually don't like Radiohead very much. I like
Really?
Lotus Flower and Bangers and Mash, and the rest I just kind of get annoyed by. Which I should like them because my other musical tastes point me in that direction, but I don't.
I feel like it's nothing. You get annoyed by it, or does it just bore you because it's pretty slow music
A little bit of both.
and it's
I'm gonna-
kind of weird.
Yeah.
I'll say something you'll probably not like what I say, but to me Coldplay, Radiohead, and U2 are all kind of like one blend to me.
I'm going to
Right.
drive over to your house and kill
Completely
you.
different.
I'm going to kill
They just
you.
they're all sound like the same type of thing. I'd probably say U2 is the best of the 3, but
I don't disagree with
I
that.
just started bleeding. I don't know where. But Trickle of blood just came out of my ears. Oh god. But anyways, so Radiohead released their version of Spectre theme, and although it's not great, like I don't want to say, because people have been losing their minds over this, it's nowhere near as good as Skyfall. It's probably, if I had to rank it, it'd be within the top 10 or 8 of Bond songs, because there's a lot of really great Bond songs, especially the big band kind of swoony stuff that I like. But this is very, very, very good. And it just makes me so upset that it was not used for Spectre. And they had to choose probably between this or Writings on the Wall. And I'm just disappointed that they decided to go in, I think, the wrong direction, because Writings on the Wall is still boring. It's granola. It's so boring. Ugh.
It's a vanilla movie.
What?
It's not. I meant to say song.
What?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I meant
you.
to say song.
Great
I liked the
instrumental.
movie. Listen to the podcast. I liked the movie.
9 out of 10.
This is gonna have a stroke in a second.
Literally going to. No,
That was a mistake.
No. Just the instrumental of Writings on the Wall is great, though. Ba-na-na-na-na. That one's good. That's good.
That's why I liked it.
The song itself is just crap. So I wish they had used Radiohead's Spectre. But unfortunately, you can't always get what you want. Rolling Stones reference. So, cool. And lastly, we have probably the news that the three of us are most collectively excited about. Christopher Nolan, he had a release date for his next movie announced a little while ago, July 26, 17. And now we know what it is. Josh, you want to talk about this a little bit?
Yeah. What's the title of it again? Do you have it?
Dunkirk.
Dunkirk. Yeah. It's I didn't read. I don't know if there's a plot synopsis or anything. But it's a World War II drama thriller. And I believe he said Tom Hardy and one actress.
Tom Hardy, Mark
Was in
Rylance,
talks.
Bridge of Spies, and Kenneth Branagh from Harry Potter and Sorcerer's Stone.
Yeah.
Or Chamber of Secrets, excuse me.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Together.
Hold on, I have to lash myself a few times. That was a reference to the Da Vinci Code, but I'm assuming that if you've seen it.
I haven't. You're right.
It's a great movie. Great movie. But is this? First of all, I want to ask you guys: is this what you expected from
Not at all.
his next movie?
But I'm happy
Oh, really?
it's what it is.
I've never expected Nolan to make a movie set in the 1940s. To tell you the truth. I don't know. I'm excited. I like World War II movies. I think we might be running out of ideas for World War II movies, but let's see. We'll see.
Yeah.
As a history major, I'm always looking for stuff to play in my classroom.
If it's a Nolan movie, yeah. So pretty much the story's going to be set during the quote-unquote legendary, even though I've never heard of it, evacuation of Dunkirk during World War II, which over the course of 8 days saved the lives of 338,220 soldiers from the impending invasion. Now, I fashion myself a relatively big history buff. Like I like history. Never heard of this,
I haven't heard of it either.
which is good.
I've heard of the place. I didn't know what the battle was.
Yeah. But I'm tempted to go back and look and see what all this is about, but
I'm on the Wikipedia page right now.
yeah, it seems a little bit too much, maybe. Like that's a long car ride kind of a read, something like that, or waiting at the doctor's office. Actually, I have a doctor's appointment coming up. So.
Well, there you go. Perfect.
So we've got kind of a cast with Tom Hardy, Mark Rylance, Kenneth Branagh. What do you think of these guys?
I think they're great actors.
Mm-hmm.
I recognized one
think-
of those names.
I think Kenneth
Oh.
Branagh is a better director than he is an actor. But
Let's run through. So Tom Hardy from Mad Max, Inception.
Love him. I know him.
Starring Rises. Mark Rylance, he played the Russian spy in Bridge of Spies.
Ooh.
And then Kenneth Branagh was Gilderoy Lockhart in Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets.
Oh, what do you know?
Yeah.
Okay, I like all these. He was Lockhart, wasn't he? Oh my god.
He doesn't act too much.
Hopefully he's not a schmuck like he is in that movie.
Oh, no. I'd love him to be a schmuck. He's at his best as a schmuck. But I gotta say, the casting decision I'm most about is Mark Rylance.
really,
Yeah, I mean, he was good in Bridge of Spies. It might have been more complimentary back in that episode, but he seems cool. He seems fine, but not like
It depends on the role he's playing.
he's kind of
From
an
the look of it, I'm almost certain he's gonna play the Nazi.
I didn't. Oh, wow, I didn't even think of that. I thought these would be like a trio, I guess, of heroes or protagonists.
Maybe, but knowing Nolan, he'll probably do both sides of it. I hope he does, honestly.
True, that's true.
That'd be cool.
So
I'm just really excited because it's I worship Christopher Nolan is one of my favorite directors, probably of all time, at least working today.
Yeah.
But my one thing is all of it. I'm not gonna say all of his movies feel the same, but they all kind of you could all look at
there's shadows in each other.
They all have similarities.
They have the same feeling to them.
Yeah, like they're all not sci-fi. Well, you know what? Yeah, I guess they're all sort of in that sci-fi vein, even though maybe the Batman movies are probably the farthest thing from that. They're more like fantasy.
Well, they technically do fit a looser description of science fiction.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So, because you have all these movies, I'm really excited to see him do something different. I want to see him do, because look at like Steven Spielberg. The reason he is he's my favorite director of all time. The reason he is on that pedestal is because he's done it all. Mm-hmm. And I want to see Nolan. I want to see what Nolan can do if he gets a chance to do it all. So this is kind of that first kind of branching out into doing something a lot different than before. So I'm really excited about that.
Yeah. No, I'm equally as he's one of my favorites as well. I mean, this guy, he's built up so much goodwill. I don't think. Well, there is a movie of his I don't like, but for the most part, all of them I am extremely fond of.
Which one?
Interstellar.
Memento, unfortunately.
Really? Okay, we've talked about this.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of Memento, but no, this looks cool. I mean, so as far as the cast, they got these three. They're pretty much nailed down. I doubt any of these guys would say no. I would assume Michael Caine's going to be in this one. He's the good luck charm. He's awesome.
Has he been in all of his movies? I'm pretty sure he has.
He wasn't in Memento, was he?
Yeah, Batman Begins on. He has been.
Yeah, because he wasn't in Insomnia either.
Mm-mm.
Okay, yeah.
So yeah. So in addition to that, those four, Nolan is apparently testing teenagers in London for lead roles.
I gotta be there.
Cool.
So there's going to be kind of younger people and older people. So I don't know how this.
Last time Nolan worked with kids, he got incredible performances out of them. So.
Mm-hmm. Amazing Spider-Man 2. Imagine.
So you want to hear something weird? Is as we were talking, I got an email from Audible saying my credits were here, and my first thing on my wish list was Heart of Darkness, a signature performance by Kenneth Branagh.
Huh.
Branagh?
Branagh.
Branagh.
Well, I'm excited.
And he's a big Shakespeare guy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna listen to that book before I watch Apocalypse Now.
I still haven't seen that. That's on my need to watch list. Good. Thanks for the reminder.
You're welcome.
Yeah, good new Nolan movie.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
Can't help but love it. So that's pretty much all I've got. It's the holiday season, so things are kind of slowing down. But I think there's probably going to be a Ghostbusters trailer on the horizon. There's going to be a Suicide Squad trailer on the horizon coming up pretty soon. So
I was surprised that, because I was gone for a week, but I was expecting that Ghostbusters trailer to drop while I was gone because the posters came out.
Yeah.
These usually come hand in hand, but I guess that's coming soon.
I can't wait.
What about
for it to.
the Deadpool trailer? Are we not talking about that?
Did that happen?
I didn't watch it because I don't want to see any.
None of you guys watched it? Okay, cool.
Yeah, I don't want to see that movie, so I'm.
Oh, rip you. How do you not want to see it?
It looks dumb.
It looks hilarious.
Looks incredible.
Yeah.
We're going to have a big disagreement on our most anticipated movies list then.
Okay.
Are we watching that?
Yeah.
For the show?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I'm watching it. I'm watching it regardless.
Well, I'm watching it too. I'm just...
It'd be a great conversation.
Okay, cool.
So, yeah, cool. Anything else you guys want to...
Actually, yeah, I just remember this. I really kept up with much movie news, so I'm trying to catch up a little bit. But the one thing I caught today, I'm probably the only one that gives a crap about this. But it's so I don't know if I brought it up before. The Halloween Returns movie.
I think we've had disagreements about this.
Yeah, so it's canceled.
I'm happy. I saw that earlier today. I was like, good.
That does not affect my life whatsoever.
Yeah. I'm a huge fan of this franchise, but I was not looking forward to this, even though I really want it to be. So I'm like torn because I'm like, I don't get a new Halloween movie anytime soon, but at least I don't have to watch this next one be bad. I mean, it could have been great, but I just didn't have a lot of hope for it. So, I don't know. The rights, something to do with the rights, them losing the rights or something. I didn't read all about it. I just saw the movie got canceled. So, there's that. So, that's all I got.
Shucks.
So-
Darn it. I'm so upset.
Well, before we get into our conversation for this evening, have you guys seen anything non-Star Wars related in the last few weeks?
No, I have
Holidays.
not.
No?
Not at the movie theater, no.
Well, then I'll take a quick second. I saw a couple movies that I'm interested. I don't want to talk about, but I just want to share my thoughts on.
Mhm.
I went and saw The Danish Girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How was it?
It was fine. It was not.
That's what I figured.
It's not gonna. I mean,
It'll probably win things.
It'll win an award. It's
yeah,
going to.
it might win an award or two, but it was, for me at least, it was really disappointing, and it just kind of, Tom Hooper directed it, and he's kind of getting stuck in his own.
I love Tom Hooper, but for some reason I just couldn't get excited for this one.
Yeah, talk about directors whose movies all look the same. He is boring at this point. Les Mis, King's Speech, and this are just all pretty much, they look the same, and I'm just like, ugh. And it didn't help that, unpopular opinion time, that the main character of the movie, played by Eddie Redmayne, was kind of a selfish jerk.
I'm sure someone will jump down your throat for
Oh
saying.
my
I know,
God,
but
that goes. It's so funny.
for those who aren't aware, this is the story of pretty much the first person to ever attempt, sex change surgery, which
Mason hates transgenders.
That's what I heard. That's what I got out of this whole thing.
I've got no problem with them. I just don't like them when they're not cool people, like Caitlyn Jenner.
Buckle up, buckle
No,
up.
Oh God,
that's the best.
we're about to lose everyone who's ever listened to us is about to stop.
Well, I saw
You mean all 4 people that listen to us are going to stop listening to
our
us?
numbers are actually pretty good. I want to say, but no, I saw with 4 people, and we all pretty much said the same thing. Like yeah, you can admire it, but there's no. I don't know. It's just not. It's kind of an ugly film to watch. Almost. It's just so cold and detached.
Alicia Vikander's in it, right?
Yeah, she's great.
Is she beautiful?
Okay,
She's so beautiful, but she gets treated like shit. Like she really.
Then I don't want to see it.
She deserves better.
Yeah, she really any movie with an unlikable character at the center, I just can't get behind. That's kind of why I don't like Good Will Hunting. But
Savage. It's not your fault.
I also saw Joy.
Meh.
It was fine. It wasn't.
It wasn't good. Was
I'm
it?
liking no. Oh, by no means was it good. I like it less and less as I see it, but it's just kind of, it's a little heavy-handed. The script kind of doesn't know what it's doing half the time. There were some fantastic sequences later down the line as she's trying to pitch this thing, and I wish the movie, at least the parts of Bradley Cooper, and I wish the movie was about that, but it was about, really stupid and annoying people. So. That one, J-Law will probably get a nomination, but other than that, I don't think it's going to do well. I still like David O. Russell. He just needs to take a break and not make a movie every single year.
Stop pretending to be Martin Scorsese and go make a good movie. That's what I say to David O. Russell.
I don't know why you guys don't like him.
It's not.
The Fighter is awesome.
It's the one movie I've seen of his was boring. I'm sorry.
It's just I've seen two movies of him and part of one movie. I've seen parts of The Fighter, which I liked. The parts I saw, I want to see the whole movie.
Fighter's so good.
And I saw Silver Linings Playbook, which I loved. I really loved it. Although I saw it again more recently, I didn't like it as much, but I still really liked it. But the American Hustle, I just like. It just did absolutely it just bored me. It just bored me to tears. I thought it had some really good Christian Bale and Jennifer Lawrence were awesome in it. Yeah. And Robert De Niro, he was in that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
he was great.
I think he was probably.
So here's the deal. I saw that movie. I could not tell you what it's about. I've completely forgotten.
I don't even remember what it was about.
American Hustle?
Yeah.
Oh, it was
was it like a heist movie or something?
Yeah, it was like a con men. They were conning conning some more. It was cool.
Not very well, apparently. They didn't con me into paying attention, that's for sure.
Oh man, I still think he's got a lot of fight in him. I saw to run through. I saw Three Kings, liked it just fine. The Fighter I think is fantastic. It's wonderful movie. Silver Linings Playbook is good, except I really don't like Jennifer Lawrence's performance in that movie. to be quite honest with you.
Oh, really?
I don't think
my
it was
favorite
very
part of the
good.
movie.
She was just, I was like, I never felt like I was watching a character. I thought I was watching Jennifer Lawrence. It was weird.
I can see that.
I think it's the way that she laughs, I think. It's just, I've seen her so many times, and her laugh is just so, like, I just get taken out. Like, oh, you're not acting.
There
You're
was
goofing
the
off.
one scene, I think it's in the diner.
Yeah, that's exactly
that
what
was
I'm
like,
talking about.
yeah, I loved that scene. I thought that was excellent.
Oh, no, I'm talking about with the laugh, at least, when they're at
Yeah,
the dinner table.
like her like extremely like over the top laugh.
Yeah, but you
Yeah.
do get to see her dance, which is cool.
Hmm.
Hashtag objectifying. Yeah, whatever.
Whatever.
Yeah, and I like American Hustle. Joy was just like, whatever. It's fine. It's fine. There's a great movie in there. Just David O. Russell needs to get out of his own way.
Not make it.
And then I also saw The Big Short, but yeah, it seems like it was good. It was
Good.
It was trying a little bit too hard to be Wolf of Wall Street.
Mm-hmm.
But also be like Moneyball, which are obviously the two, we think of the subject matter and what it's based on, the two easiest comparisons. And it just kind of straddled the line a little bit. And I think it needed another screenwriter just because it kind of bogged itself down. And it's a pretty depressing watch and kind of anticlimactic.
I haven't seen it yet, but because I'm working right now, and I was cleaning a theater. I think it was yesterday, last night. I went into the screen where Big Short was playing, and this lady and her husband, they're walking down the street. She's like, "I thought that was gonna be a feel-good movie. I was very disappointed." My friends were just laughing. I was just like, "Oh."
It's a good movie. I don't know what kind of Oscars or if any it's gonna get, but
Was Steve Carell good in it?
I
like.
yeah, but his character was kind of annoying.
I have mixed feelings about
Good for him.
Steve Carell doing serious movies.
I love Foxcatcher.
Oh, I hated that movie.
Ooh, hot take.
I still haven't seen.
It was so boring.
Oh,
That's
I
what I
loved it.
So goddamn slow. But yeah, that's another for another day, I guess.
Hot takes. Cool. Well, let's
Can't wait for this episode. It's gonna be just heated. We're gonna hate each other by the end of it. It'll be the last episode of the show.
so excited. Yeah, so with that build up, let's move on. Guys, let's talk about our top 5 favorite sci-fi movies. So, Josh, you and I actually did this already.
Yeah, we did this in a
But-
lost episode somewhere.
It was a good episode
Space.
too.
It's a corrupted episode.
Fun conversation, but no, I completely, except for the obvious, I pretty much forgot your list. Actually, no, I do remember one that I was complaining about. Never mind, we'll get to that.
Yeah.
Fun episode. Cody couldn't join us for that one, so we kind of went solo, Han Solo, and so yeah, there you go. And because we're on such a Star Wars kick, and Cody's been a little bit down in the dumps, I figure let's keep on going with the sci-fi. Let's talk about it a little bit more, and let's do our top 5. So how this is going to
Sick.
go, just like with the Christmas special, is we're all going to go around. We're going to give our bottom 2 quickly, have a little talk about it, and then 3, 2, 1 from the top, and talk about it. And, we'll go around the little round table. So Josh, since I know you have 78 honorable mentions, I'm going to start with you.
Yeah. So when we did this, I listed way too many honorable mentions because I really suck at making lists and narrowing things down. So I did a job, and I've narrowed it down to 2 honorable mentions.
Oh wow, look at you.
So yeah, it was only the movies that I figured those were the only ones that had like a legit shot at making it into my list. So so my 2 honorable mentions are Jurassic Park and Inception.
Woo!
Not
Yeah.
bad. Pretty good movies.
I'm still shocked that Jurassic Park didn't make it in.
I'm shocked too.
That's crazy. But, cool. I'll hop in next. My honorable mentions. Firstly is Donnie Darko.
Not
Either
bad.
of you guys seen this?
Yes.
I have not.
Fascinating movie. I would definitely recommend the director's cut.
I want to watch it again. That movie
Almost
is pretty
always.
confusing.
Yeah, it's like a lot of sci-fi movies with me. I think I got it the second or third time. I was like, oh, this is incredible.
Mm-hmm.
And I could talk about that movie for days. I think it's fascinating. Love it. My second honorable mention, second of 3, is Dark City. Have you guys seen this?
No, I've heard of that though.
Oh, It's Josh, you.
No.
It's a mix of sci-fi and noir with like a mystery element to it. It kind of reminds me of the Truman Show in a way. Yeah, I don't think of that. Yeah, it's like a mix of like the Truman Show and like Citizen Kane and The Bourne Identity. It's very strange, very awesome, and I freaking love it. It's just beautiful. And then lastly, my last honorable mention is The Empire Strikes Back,
Oh boy,
which is a movie.
that is a movie.
Ad nauseum. Love it. All three of my honorable mentions are 10 out of 10. So there you go. Cody, any honorable mentions for you?
I have two.
Cool.
I have Edge of Tomorrow,
Nice.
or Live, Die, Repeat, whatever they
Which
ended
is a
up
better
calling.
title? What do you
Whatever
like?
they ended up calling it.
Yeah.
And Aliens,
Ooh, nice.
because that movie's awesome.
Jimmy Cameron. Cool. Any explanation behind those, or?
I just love both of those movies. Edge
don't
of
know.
Tomorrow is by far my favorite Tom Cruise movie.
Oh, really?
It might
Yeah.
be mine too.
Have you not seen Vanilla Sky?
I haven't,
No, that's sci-fi movies.
and that's why.
If you have 3 hours to burn, Magnolia is pretty good.
Yeah, Magnolia's great. Him
Okay.
and Magnolia is awesome.
Lots of time to kill, so maybe I'll watch it. But yeah, and Aliens, I've loved Aliens for a very, very long time.
Cool.
It just didn't make the list because of a certain other movie that you'll see
Nice.
that I've talked about at length.
Cool.
All right, I'm good.
So, Josh, let's hit us up with your 5 and 4.
All right, so my number 5, Mason, you bitched about it before, and you're going to bitch about it again, and I'm excited. It's E.T. I love this movie.
I hate that movie.
Why do you hate that movie?
I've given
This is
it.
weird.
I've watched it twice. I watched it when I was a little kid, and I watched it when I was like 16 or 17, maybe. And I just found it a little bit too whimsical and a little bit kind of annoying. And I used the joke last time, Josh, so you'll just give me a laugh. If I were in Elliot's or whatever his name's position, I would have hit E.T. with a shovel because that thing is terrifying. And I just, like, there's nothing cute or cuddly about him. Like, why would anybody
I
want
think
to
he's
save him?
adorable.
He's this weird-looking thing with a long neck. He looks like he's made out of like leather that's been in a woodshed for 50 years.
He's like BB-8.
He's got the body of
Horrible.
Donald Trump. Ugh, I don't like it. I don't know. It's just, the things always creep me out. I'm just like, kill it, shoot it down.
Jesus
Pick out the bike.
My
almost-
sister is the exact same way. She hates.
Exactly. There's more.
She hates. It's just that thing. I don't know. I've never watched the movie.
A lot of people
tell
do
you the
hate it.
truth.
I don't know why, but
I've never seen it.
oh
But-
really?
Mhm.
Yeah, it's never happened.
I've given it a shot, Josh. That's the best I can say. But what
But yeah, my sister hates it because it's so scary.
what do you love about it so much, Josh?
I love the character. Really, I just love the relationship that's formed between Elliot and E.T. It has what maybe one of my top 3 favorite musical scores of all time. Especially the ending. It's my favorite Steven Spielberg movie.
Oh,
Oh
my god.
What's your favorite Spielberg movie?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, Catch Me If You Can.
Oh, I've
That's
never-
up there. That's up there for me.
But let me ask you this objectively: do you think the reason that you like that movie and specifically that relationship so much is because they kind of remind you of Han and Chewie?
I've actually never thought of that comparison until you brought it up just now.
But do you
Well,
think
here
it
you
might
go.
be true?
On a
don't-
subconscious level.
I don't think so. I don't think they're anything.
Okay, all right. I've always thought those are kind of similar, but cool.
I don't know.
So yeah, cool.
Because Han and Chewie was like it was like a life debt partnership. These two was like mutual friendship.
Oh, I must have missed that.
Yeah.
Cool.
But
Number 4.
number 4, Back to the Future is my number 4.
Not bad.
I love this movie. It's incredible. One of my all-time favorites. Marty and Doc, just two people. This is one of those rare times where I say you just can't recast these characters because it's like they were perfect in their roles. It's so much fun. It was like the perfect fun new spin on time travel. It's probably, in fact, I think it's probably one of the few time travel movies that doesn't have, well, it probably does, but it doesn't really have any like plot holes that are easily spotted. Unless you want to correct me, but
No, I would never. That's a perfect movie.
it is. It's perfectly written. It's fun. It's exciting. It's hilarious. It's of its time, but it's also timeless. And it's a fantastic movie. I love it. It's a cool spin on science fiction. Back to the Future is amazing.
Cool. Yeah. No, Cody, thoughts on that?
They're fine. I like them.
Oh wow.
They're not in my top 5, but they're not bad.
Wow. Cool. Sweet. So cool. My turn now. For number 5, I have a little movie that I just rewatched that I will defend till my dying breath.
I know what it is.
Interstellar. Interstellar.
Huh.
This movie is an experience like no other.
I will agree with that.
It's an improved,
incredible movie.
I just think I've seen it 3 times now, and it gets better and better for me. I just get caught up in the whole spectacle of it. I'm not pessimistic like a lot of people are, pointing out, well, that doesn't make sense, or this or that. I don't care.
You want to know a fun fact about that movie?
Absolutely.
I saw it twice in the same weekend.
Nice.
On IMAX. In IMAX 2 days in a row. One day I went with one of my friends from school. It was like, we go to the movies. And then the next day my friend was coming home from break. Or for break. So I was like, all right, might as well. I know you want to see it too. And I loved it. That is a great movie.
Great movie.
Tars and Cars or whatever their name was.
Cars and Case, yeah.
Case.
Yes.
I wish his name was Cars. That would have been so much better. Fuck you,
really, the only thing that keeps this down on my list is Anne Hathaway. I just don't like her as a performer. She's just her acting is too noticeable, like all the time. I was like, oh well, you're acting. You're acting. You're not a real person. You are acting. That's cool, Anne Hathaway. Can you just go, please, forever? Hey man, I just say the way I judge it is if I see a movie with that kind of a character and that has that kind of a look, I would just be like, how would Emily Blunt be in this? And then 9 times out of 10, I'm like, she'd probably be a lot better.
I'm kind of mad that you said that now.
Exactly. I've never been a fan of Anne Hathaway. Post Princess Diaries, she's just been a real letdown. And I'm completely serious. I love the Princess Diaries.
But yeah, the first one's a good one.
It's a fun movie.
Princess Diaries 2, The Royal Engagement, when a classic that is.
Chris Pine.
What a classic.
Cool. So Josh, you're an Interstellar hater.
I don't hate the movie. Oh my god.
You're like a 7 out of 10.
I'd give it like a 7.5, maybe an 8. Yeah, probably 7.5. I like it. It's good for about 2 hours, and then it goes completely off the rails.
It doesn't though.
It does.
We got to talk about this at length, like a full 40-minute episode.
I will admit, as much as I do love that movie, the third act is very condescending.
I think it's a complete
kind
mess.
of pretentious.
Just watch it again.
I think the third act.
No, it's convoluted, is what I meant to say.
That's what I'm saying. I think the third act is it's a mess to me. I still enjoyed watching it, and like to me, the best parts of the movie was the emotional moments because those kind of brought it back for me. Mainly with everything with Matthew McConaughey and his daughter.
Who's Matthew McConaughey?
He's my new favorite actor.
Great actor. I loved him in Dallas Purchase Club.
I can never pronounce his name. What was I gonna say? Yeah, but to me, it's just like it has. I mean, visually, it's one of the best movies I've probably ever seen in my life. And the score is great by Hans Zimmer. But I don't know. It just tailed off. I hate being that guy. It's a little too long. Also, not like too long. It's like, oh, I don't want to sit the movie for too long. It's like it feels
stretched out.
Yeah, it feels like there's more in it than it needs to have. So,
time is a huge theme in it. So I'm cool with the fact that it's longer, and
we should do a Christopher Nolan episode because I do want to talk more about this.
That would be great.
And we should move on.
I'll put it in the document. Yeah. So real quick, my number 4 is Looper.
That's a good one.
That was one.
Around.
Yeah, That was one that was almost going to make my honorable mentions and almost made my list.
An
I
honorable
can
mention.
tell you, if I owned that movie, it would. I forgot about it. It would be an honorable mention. I love that movie.
Star
That's
Wars
my-
Episode 8 is in the most capable hands. This
Yes.
is an
I know. I'm
incredible
so
movie.
excited. Ryan Johnson is amazing.
That's Looper's great.
It's awesome.
Jeff Daniels is awesome too. Oh,
He's
he
just the
is.
best. I
I
watched The Martian the other day, and he's still awesome in that movie.
want to see this again. All right, Cody, your turn.
Oh, guess who forgot about The Martian? That's also an honorable mention.
Hey,
Okay, so my number 5 is actually Interstellar as well.
there we go.
So we just talked about that.
Of course.
I like that movie. My number 4 is Blade Runner.
Nice.
While that movie is kind of slow,
Yeah.
there's a speech at the end given by I think it's Rutger Hauer, however you say his name.
Yep.
And it's just so good.
Tears in Rain, man.
I almost cried. It was great.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I think I've gone on Blade Runner. I don't like Blade Runner.
Hey, you're entitled to your wrong opinion. That's what I always say. But no, I mean, I don't love Blade Runner either. That's an 8 out of 10 for me. But I respect it. I had to, for one of my classes in college, we had to read the book it was based on, which was pretty cool. So yeah, I mean, it's just I think it's a fine movie. It's I watch it every couple of years. I haven't seen it in a while, so I might have to go back and revisit it again. But cool.
Yeah, I love it. I watched it for the first time on Sunday.
Oh wow,
Yeah, and it's great.
fresh, nice, cool. Well, Josh, you are up. What is your number 3?
All right. My number 3 is the original 1968 Planet of the Apes.
Never seen that.
You haven't seen it? Cody, have you seen it?
Yeah,
What do you think of it?
I like it.
Nice. Do you like it more or less than the new ones with Andy Serkis?
I like the newer ones better, but
Okay.
that's just because I didn't grow up on the
Okay,
old Planet of the Apes.
I get that. Yeah, I'd probably feel the same way if I didn't grow up with it. My dad showed me these movies when I was like 11, so I've been a diehard fan of this franchise forever. I even kind of defend the the Tim Burton one, even though it sucks.
It does suck.
Yeah, it sucks. But this movie, I think it's the best of them all. I think the performances are great. To me, the best parts of the movie is like the quieter scenes between the characters. I think the characters Zira Cornelius, Zayas, Taylor, they're all really really great characters. It's just for its time, the makeup and visuals, they look completely dated now, but they still look.
Mhm.
I mean, they're still cool, I guess, but they obviously don't look like actual apes. But
They look like more evolved apes.
yeah,
Or
So it makes
Kardashian.
sense. Or
Yeah.
Kardashians. Hashtag burn. Hashtag savage.
yeah, I love it. It's got emotional weight. It's funny. It's exciting. It's an adventure. It gets dark at times. It has some really heavy themes. Has a lot of social commentary on a lot
Like
of things.
slavery is one of them, right?
Yeah, slavery, racism, all these issues. And it's to me it's a perfect movie. Regardless of some of the maybe the dated aspects of it, but I love it. And if anyone's listening to this, if you've seen the new movies, but you haven't seen the original, really seriously watch the original because it's incredible.
You got it.
I mean, to be fair, they are prequels, the new ones. So
No, because I've kind of seen because they're not really connected. They say they're prequels, but they're really like more as rebooted, like a reboot. It'd be like if they rebooted the prequels of the Star Wars stories.
practically yes, but there is a scene in Rise of the Planet of the Apes where Taylor's
know.
spaceship is going.
The what's it called? The spaceship takes off. Yeah, I know. It's kind of like loose ties, but it's not exactly. Because if you look at did you see all 5 of the original movies, or
Oh,
just the
God, no, just the first 2
Okay.
maybe.
because one of the movies is kind of the fourth movie in the franchise kind of goes back in time to show how it all happened. So it's kind of its own prequel as a sequel too. So there's a lot of time travel and confusing stuff. But yeah.
Sounds good.
All right, that's my number 3.
Cool. So for my number 3, I've got a little bit more contemporary movie. Little flick called Snowpiercer.
Ooh. That's
Okay.
a very good movie. I like that. I like that movie a lot.
This is an incredible movie that, because Harvey Weinstein is not a cool guy, did not get as much exposure as it should have in mainstream movie theaters, but nevertheless, it still made about $86 million solely on word of mouth, so go, people, because it's an awesome movie. It really is. Made for $40 million, and it looks better than half of the big budget, temples that we get nowadays.
There's one scene in particular you need to watch, like, it's where the actual adventure of the story begins.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, Chris Evans is the coolest thing I've ever seen a guy do.
Yeah.
You know what scene I'm talking about, right?
Pretty sure, yeah. Well, I don't want to. Yeah.
Should we do the spoiler warning?
Yeah, spoiler alert.
It's that point where he, the guard's like, tell me, you need to get back, and he just walks up, puts the gun to his forehead, and is like, pulls the trigger to prove that there's no bullets in the guns.
Mm.
And that's one of the most heart-racing scenes in the entire world.
Yeah,
it's so good.
Josh, have you seen it?
Yeah, I've seen it.
What do you think?
It's good. I like it.
So enthusiastic.
Incredible movie.
I don't get. It's fine. Everyone was like losing their mind over it. I was like, that was good.
It's so great. They go from the back of the train and they fight their way to the front. That's the coolest.
It's like a metaphor for.
It's cool, I guess.
Oh my god, dude! It's so good.
I just the only thing I remember like legitimately loving is Tilda Swinton because she was awesome.
She was awesome in that.
But like everyone else was like, it was good.
I think that's a near perfect just action movie. That's so great. Cool. So Cody, number 3.
Number 3 is Her.
Okay, so a little bit going to a different perspective there. Nice. What do you love about Her?
I just love everything. I love the writing in that movie in particular. The writing and the cinematography are just tops in that movie. Makes me feel things I don't want to feel, which is good in movies. It's just I just love it so much. Just what's his face? Joaquin Phoenix is awesome in it.
Theodore Twombly.
And all he does is he's acting against somebody talking, like not an actual person, but just someone saying lines. I just think that's incredible. Mm-hmm. And then the story, it's just good. That's all I can say. That's all my argument for most of these movies, to tell you the truth.
Yeah.
Is that it's just good. I like watching them.
It's Sci-Fi does, man. Have you seen Her, Josh?
No, I have not.
Oh, wow.
You should watch that.
I want to see it. It looks really good.
Really interesting movie. I haven't seen it since it came out, but I really want to revisit it because it's very thought provoking, and the music's done by Arcade Fire. So
very good. Just like I bought it on Blu-ray the day it came out, which is kind of, it shows how much I like the movie.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Should have won more awards at the Academy Awards, I think.
I was fine with the one that it did.
Yeah, that's true.
Which was Best Screenplay, right?
Yeah.
Which is fine. That's what it deserved. It did have a great screenplay. The writing, I can't tell you how great the writing is in this movie.
The Moon Song was too.
I listen to the soundtrack when I write papers.
If Ordinary Love, or if Ordinary Love by U2, if that didn't win, I was hoping it would go to the Moon Song, but instead it went to Frozen because we are a garbage society. Anyways, Josh, number 2.
First, I love Frozen, and Let It Go is an incredible song.
It's an okay song.
It's incredible. Anyway,
that movie was, no pun intended, just a perfect storm, just to be as
successful. Nice.
No, honestly, that's the best I could do.
The best I could do.
All right, so my number 2 is Terminator 2.
How
Which is
appropriate.
which is the last Terminator movie to ever exist.
Oh, really? I thought there were two more.
Nope, nope,
Three more.
nope. No, I don't know what you're talking about. Nope.
What about Terminator 3?
Hey, Josh, I gotta tell you something, man. I'm gonna knock your lights out. So
What?
Christian Bale on the set of Terminator Salvation, where he lost his mind.
Oh god.
That's what I think. I'm gonna knock your lights out.
Knock your lights.
Great.
Oh, la-ti-da.
He was probably angry.
Oh,
'cause the movie
good for
sucked.
you. You know,
What an asshole.
I love him though.
He's such a good actor, but he's a dick.
But alright, yeah. What do you love Terminator 2 so much?
Because it is the best. It is the second best sequel ever made,
Behind.
in my opinion, behind The Empire Strikes Back. It is. It's just a perfect movie. It's probably my favorite action movie of all time. It's the best role. It's one of the few times Arnold Schwarzenegger his acting is appropriate for what he's playing. It's playing a robot, which is fitting.
I'm a bad actor.
He's fine. He doesn't shine unless he's in a role.
Here's
like
my
this.
question: have you ever seen Jingle All the Way? Because that movie is
Him
Oscar
and Jake
bait.
Lloyd.
That movie's awesome. I don't care. It's one of my favorite Christmas movies.
Nice.
Yeah, but Terminator 2, I mean, the visual effects are groundbreaking for their time. They still hold up. It has some of the best action scenes, like the truck chase. And it just expands on the mythology of the first one, which I love. But I love this one even more. And it kind of flips the story around because it is more or less somewhat of a rehash of the first one, but it's flipped around. So this time the Terminator is the hero and saving John Connor instead of trying to kill him. And that's a lot of fun. You have this awesome villain with the T-1000, who's one of my favorite villains of all time. And Sarah Connor might be my favorite action heroine in all of movies. Just everything about this movie, the action, the performances, the story, the visuals, the themes in it. To me it's just such a perfect action sci-fi movie. I will never get tired of watching it. I watch it multiple times a year.
Oh, wow.
I love Terminator 2. So
Cool. Still, I could have sworn it had 3 sequels.
nope, I think you're
Like
mistaken.
a bunch of them. Like, didn't one come out this year?
No, I don't think it did. I don't know what
It
you're
was. It
talking
had
about.
the girl from Game of Thrones in it.
No, I think you're thinking of something else. I don't know.
Oh God, who else was in that movie? Nobody. Oh, the guy from Planet of the Apes.
Oh yeah, wasn't he a bad guy? But his
Kind of.
character
He was
was a
a
good guy.
good guy and a bad guy. He was John Connor as a bad guy.
Well, Josh, you have to send China a thank you card because you are getting another sequel.
Fuck you, China.
Oh man. Cool. Let's move on. Now for my number 2. I feel like this is gonna come up again somehow. It's a little movie called Alien.
Ooh, not bad.
I think I might have told this story before. I can't remember if I did though. When I watched it for the first time, it was several years ago. It was built up quite a bit. People have been talking about this movie as like one of the best sci-fi movies ever. So I start to watch it, and I see there's a cat in the movie. And not only I'm already nervous because I love cats, but I'm extra nervous because the cat in that movie looks exactly like could be his father to my cat, who is my best friend in the whole wide world. So I kind of half watched that. I was like reading a magazine and checking in every now and again to make sure the cat was okay.
Cat check.
Yeah, just a quick cat check. So once I saw the cat made it out okay, I was like, great, now I can watch this for realsies. So I did a little bit while later, and this is just an incredible movie. It's John Hurt's in it. He's actually in a couple of mine. He's in Snowpiercer too. That's cool.
There's a website you can just check to see if the animal dies.
Well, I didn't know back then, Josh. I was just a child.
I think. What's it called?
But it doesn't even if it doesn't have to die. It just has
Just
if
get
anything
hurt.
bad happens to the cat, then I just lose my mind. But yeah, it's no.
That's the dogdie.com.
Yep. It's a thing.
But yeah, Aliens just an incredible movie. It's gorgeously shot. The design of the aliens and the kind of the environment is just beautiful to me, and the the scene when they come out of the spaceship and they've kind of like there's that sideways kind of not rain but like just activity, I guess, just the wind.
Hail.
Yeah, like that kind of hail stuff. I think that's just a gorgeous scene. And I loved, and since it connects a little bit, I love Prometheus, and I cannot wait for a sequel. So that's me on Alien. Josh, what do you think of Alien?
It's good.
Cody?
I love it.
You know my thoughts about Alien.
Exactly. We'll move on. Cody, number 2.
Okay, I need to retcon my list a little bit.
Oh wow.
So my number 4 for Blade Runner,
Mhm.
I'm gonna do that as a shared one with Ex Machina since they share themes a little bit,
Cool.
and I love both of those movies, and I'd be ashamed if they both weren't on there.
True. You gotta live
So
with that.
my new number 2, did this just 2 seconds ago, is 2001: A Space Odyssey.
Yes.
Hold on, to go find a garbage can to throw up in.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Yes.
I can't find a pencil long enough to poke my uvula. Keep going.
Go on.
It's such a
Talk about
great
how amazing this movie is.
The visual effects for even, what did it come out, 1968?
Yep.
Are amazing. It looks so good. The music in it kills me. The first 45 minutes, there's no talking, and it's still compelling.
Mhm.
It's just everything about it in that whole section with Hal is so great. Especially the ending.
It has like one of the best sci-fi villains ever.
It's wonderful.
It's amazing.
You could watch it right now.
Because it's one of those movies I saw and I was like so unsure what to think of it, and but I couldn't get out of my mind for like weeks.
Yeah, exactly. The movie it's strange. The ending is so confusing.
It is.
But I read the book.
Yeah.
Which were written at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
So they were co-written, and it explains. It is so much clearer. Josh, if you have Audible credits, you should get 2001: A Space Odyssey.
I might.
Because it's a great read. Like, I actually read that in about 2 weeks, which is really fast for me because I read at work. But yeah, it's a good movie. I love it. One of my favorite. Kubrick is one of my favorite directors.
Yeah, Kubrick's in my top 4 favorite directors of all time. I worship that guy.
So Mason,
If Stanley Kubrick and Terrence Malick made a movie, I think it might just be 3.5 hours of paint drying.
And it would be beautiful.
2001: A Space Odyssey is the longest music video ever. I don't care. I couldn't care less about the characters. They have no identifiable features or characteristics or personalities. So therefore, I don't care if they die.
It's not about that.
I know, but that's what I take away from it. That's what I watch a movie to be entertained. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I watch a movie to be entertained, and that did not entertain me whatsoever.
It's for more than entertainment, though.
It's art. That movie is art.
It is art.
So is Spectre. Spectre's art.
Spectre's fun. Spectre's entertainment.
I don't know. I've just never gotten 2001. I've never gotten guys like Kubrick or what's the other guy's name that I just mentioned? Terrence Malick. I just don't get those guys. They're just not for me.
You just don't get it.
There's a line in the sand to be drawn, boys. Those who like Terrence Malick and those who don't.
I don't know who Terrence Malick is.
He's Kubrick if he was even more pretentious.
Oh, that's kind of hard.
Kubrick was decades ahead of his time, and that's why he died, because he was too good for all of us.
Shining is his only good movie. Come at me.
That's a lie.
The Shining and 2001 are his, among with every other thing he's made, it's his best.
Like, I don't know, have you ever seen A Clockwork Orange? That movie's awesome.
Yeah.
Hey man.
I need to watch what's that movie called? Shit.
Full Metal Jacket.
No, that's one of my favorite movies too.
Eyes Wide Shut.
Not that, I've never heard.
Have
of
you
that.
seen Spartacus? Or not Spartacus? Is it Spartacus?
What's it called?
What it's called?
Oh, I need to see Doctor Strangelove.
Oh yeah.
I need to watch that all the way through.
Yeah, I've tried watching 2001. It just hasn't worked out. So.
It's not for everybody, obviously.
To each his own.
Yeah.
Josh, number 1. What could it be? Terminator Genesis? Terminator Rise of the Machines? Terminator Salvation, Phantom Menace, Attack of the Clones, The Clone Wars,
Obviously, my number
Jupiter
one.
Ascending,
Keep going. Just keep saying all of them.
Obviously,
Matrix
my number
Reloaded, Matrix Revolutions.
Revolutions.
Wow, no The Matrix, by the way. Huh.
This
One.
is an alright
Matrix,
movie.
Matrix is in my honorable mentions that didn't get mentioned. So,
But yeah, you're number one.
my number one. Do you have any other recommendations before I actually say what it is?
Just go ahead.
My number one, my favorite sci-fi movie of all time is Battlefield Earth.
Ah, nice.
No,
Praise Lord Xenu.
So
That's why I know the god of Scientology.
Is that why he did that movie? Is he trying to get closer to fucking Xenu?
You bet. Travolta's crazy.
I want to know what it's like to be Xenu. So, Josh, please go.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, it's the Star Wars trilogy.
Not quadrilogy, I might add.
I was gonna say just the whole saga, but that would include the prequels.
What
Star
about the
Wars
Force
4 through
Awakens?
current. How about?
Yeah, every great Star Wars movie. That's what it is. Yeah. Do I have to say anything?
I mean, we went on for 2 hours one night.
I've talked about Star Wars.
Nobody in that movie hates Sam. Let's just say. Well, Anakin technically does, but
I bet Finn hates sand.
I still think that would be so great. Oh man,
Yeah,
I'm annoyed at JJ. But anyways, Star Wars, man.
Yeah.
We've talked about it ad nauseum.
I talk about it to at least some part of my day, at least once every day for the rest of my life, and ever since I was born. So
I've had a full conversation today with my friend while we were working about how awesome The Force Awakens is.
Yeah.
And this is the second time we've worked together since school stopped, and we talked about it for a good portion of our time working. Just we keep talking about how awesome Kylo Ren is, and just theories about people, and it's so much fun.
Who's a better villain, Kylo Ren or Darth Vader?
Darth Vader.
Kylo Ren.
Darth
I'm
Vader.
not sure. Yeah, I'll wait until this trilogy's done to answer that question.
Nice. Cool. Well, I guess it's my turn. My favorite science fiction movie of all time, and one of my top 10 favorite movies of all time, is Inception.
Not bad.
Nice.
Because
Great
it's
movie.
awesome. And let me just say, I'll pump my chest a little bit, but not too much, because I also don't know how to use 90% of doors that I come in contact with. I got this movie the first time I saw it. I didn't really? I didn't thought it was that confusing. I was like, oh, well, maybe that's because I watch every movie I watch at home with subtitles, so that might.
Oh, why? You're one of those people.
I'm 80 years old.
My friend does that too. He's like, it makes it easier.
It does.
I think that movie didn't really confuse me either. I got it.
Exactly. So
It confused me.
well, you're stupid.
Or I mean, maybe I did. That movie did come out when I was a sophomore in high school. So
One of my great regrets in life is not seeing that opening night with a fresh audience. I had my head too far up my ass. I wish I would have.
I was too young to appreciate movies back then.
Here's my thing. When I went to see it, because I was on like a family vacation or something with a group of friends, and we were all going to go to the movies, and I wanted to see Inception. You know what the other kids that were with me wanted to see?
Alvin and the Chipmunks.
Vampires suck.
Nice.
Did that exist?
Yeah.
Oh my god, that movie. Oh no.
I was like,
Did you kill them?
No, that was the audience I was with. I was like, I'm going to see Inception. You know, that's
Straight
not
up
fun.
forgot that movie was a thing.
Wow. That was a Twilight spoof, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But yeah, Inception's awesome. It is
awesome. I love that movie.
It's a pretty perfect sci-fi movie.
It is.
Sci-fi without beating you over the head with it, which is
DiCaprio was robbed that year too.
no, that's
No, I don't think so.
they're
He
not
was
gonna,
great in that movie.
He's awesome. I mean, he's awesome in every movie.
Yeah.
But
they don't usually reward action movies, which I both hope and don't hope it holds true this year. Because if Mad Max gets nominated for anything, I'm gonna, cry.
If it doesn't win Best Visual Effects, I'm gonna be pissed off.
I want Star Wars to just get every award that Mad Max is up for. Right?
why do you hate Mad Max?
Because it sucks. I hate it.
Suck. Oh my god.
I don't.
You don't hate it.
I don't like it though.
You do.
Lower and lower. But anyways, Cody, favorites sci-fi movies of all time.
I have a tie.
Oh,
I bet you can't guess what they are.
but
It's The Empire Strikes Back and Alien.
3.
3. Alien Resurrection, actually.
Okay.
No. I mean, yeah, we've talked about both of these movies. One of them in the last 10 minutes.
Both of them the last 10 minutes.
So, yeah, these movies are just amazing. As we've said, I love them. I love them both to death. When I die, I want to be buried with a copy of both of these movies. That'd be weird. But yeah, I mean, they're movies I have fun watching. They're movies I can watch over and over again.
Oh yeah, episode 8, man.
Oh yeah, I mean,
Episode
and
8.
I made this list without thinking about the Force Awakens, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And I
What
think
would that said?
at this point probably at 1.5.
Nice. Wow. So that's cool. So pretty much it's Star Wars again, Alien are pretty much the unanimous. They both appeared in at least 2 lists, so cool.
Did you go, or am I an asshole?
No, I went. Mine was Inception.
Oh yeah, I'm an asshole.
No.
Shit, I forgot that you went.
No, totally fine.
Thought we were just talking about Inception for fun. Okay,
No, that was my favorite.
I'm gonna blame my sickness for that.
That's fine. That's cool, dude. So yeah, so Star Wars Episode 5 and Alien are our consensus favorite sci-fi movies of all time.
There we go. We did it.
Hey, man. Rock and roll. So let's move on. And guys, what have we been watching, reading, listening to,
Boy.
transcribing, cutting into our forearms this week?
Actually, are we gonna do what did I suggest?
Crappy movies.
Yeah.
No, that's.
You can do it.
We can tack
You
that
can
on
do
to
it.
favorite
You-
movies.
Yeah.
Okay,
yes.
that's a good idea. That's a better idea.
I can't even think of any movies I really, really disliked.
By the way, I sent this to you guys via text message, but I'm still laughing at the fact that Fox is trying to sell a Fantastic Four Blu-ray Steelbook for $30.
Someone will buy it.
Who is buying that? I know. I want to see the first person. If they haven't already, I want to meet the first person to buy that on Steelbook, or spend $7 more than the normal Blu-ray.
If they were offering a director's cut, then I'd be willing to shell out a few bucks for it. But
if they were offering a free, give it to me for free.
You could pay me to take that movie.
Really?
You couldn't. Well, you could. I have a price, but. But anyways, so yeah, Josh, what have you been doing this week? You reading, watching?
I've been working. What have I done? You guys go for a second. So I'm trying to think. I haven't really done much.
Okay.
Alright, I'll go.
Yep.
I really haven't been doing that much. I'm on a rewatch of The Office right now.
Hey, I just did that. Cool.
I'm on season 5,
Oh, so
episode 3. I started about 2 days ago, or 4 days ago, or something. I don't know. And I've been replaying a game called Tomb Raider,
Nice.
which
Very
is
nice.
incredible.
It's an incredible game.
I'm about halfway done with it.
cool.
But yeah, I've been having a pretty boring week.
Oh yeah, that's what holidays are for, man. As for myself, just for give Josh a little bit more time, I watched about 12 different things last night in total, but it's all on one disc. Batman, 1989,
Not bad.
one of my favorite movies. Love it to death, and it's got one of the best set of special features on a Blu-ray that I've ever seen. To be honest.
Really?
Oh, it's got like a 45-minute documentary about the history of the Batman comic books, narrated by Mark Hamill. Just so you know.
Oh,
Really?
my baby girl. Who's my
Pretty cool.
favorite?
There's a bunch of behind-the-scenes stuff dealing with the post-production of the movie and all that cool stuff. There's a storyboarded sequence of they wanted to introduce Robin, and they obviously didn't film it. They storyboarded it, which is interesting. I've got a Prince music video the Bat Dance, which is a lot of fun. But chief among them all, Batman is an awesome movie, and I love it.
Yes, it is.
Is that your favorite Batman movie?
Oh no, it's
not?
behind Dark Knight.
Okay.
Everything is behind Dark Knight. If you still need more time, I have another movie I watched that I just remembered.
Yeah, go for it.
I finally got around to. I watched all of the Rocky movies.
Nice.
Not
Which
this
one's your
week,
favorite?
but recently. Probably Rocky 2.
Yep.
Wow.
Rocky Balboa was the one I watched most recently, and that's pretty good.
Mhm.
I don't know. It was no Creed, but
Creed included, what would you give the overall series out of 10?
Creed included. Creed itself brings it up. I didn't watch Rocky 5, but
You should.
I'm not going to.
Been tainted.
It's not that bad. I don't get why everyone
That's not
hates
what
it.
I heard. The whole series out of 10 got a 9.5.
Oh, wow.
That half of a point is brought down just because of the cheesiness that is Rocky 4.
See, that's what a lot of people like about it. You guys are a little bit more cynical.
No, I Rocky 4 is. I think it's a hilarious movie, but
Yeah.
Rocky 4 is fun. I just
Not
don't-
a good
everyone loves
movie.
Rocky 4.
Dolph Lundgren, man. He's great. But Josh,
break you.
we've given you some time. So.
Yeah. I mean, I brought it up before, but I finally finished it. I mentioned in the book Lost Stars several weeks ago. Finally just finished it 'cause I have some time, and I'm going to start reading all the books over a break over the next few weeks. But Lost Stars. This is a Star Wars book. It's part of canon. If you want to read, I don't even care if you like Star Wars. If you like good things, read this book because it's incredible.
That's the Romeo and Juliet set in
Yes.
Star Wars, right?
Yes. Yeah, but honestly, that's like a subplot. I mean, it's the main focus, but it's also not the main focus.
Now,
'Cause
where's that set in?
It
canon?
starts. I mean, it's set all throughout the original trilogy time period.
Okay.
It starts before A New Hope and ends after Return of the Jedi.
Oh.
I was reading a Wikipedia article on the Star Wars Wikipedia, and they mentioned somebody in this book. I can't remember who. Does any of them come into direct contact with Darth Vader?
Yes.
Or I think it might have been Tarkin.
No,
I don't know.
Both Tarkin and Vader have roles in the story.
I feel like so it's obviously part of canon.
Yeah, it is.
Actually,
No.
because it came up on a completely different Wikipedia.
Yeah.
So
It
yeah.
is. It's official. So
Holy
yeah.
God. It has a 4.7 out of 5 on Amazon.
Yeah.
Now, Josh, are you planning on, or have you already read the novelization of Force Awakens?
I'm planning on it.
Get back to me when you do. I want to hear.
Yeah.
Love to hear about that and what
Yeah.
the tidbits that it's got. Cool. Well, that was a fun episode, you guys. Now begins the fun part. The 2015 year in film is kind of coming to a close, and I don't know about you, but excuse me. I'm excited to get started and look forward to 2016 and do a nice little top 10 of 2015.
Yeah, here's my question. When we do our lists, are we including like the Hateful Eight and
Yeah,
Revenant
absolutely.
as
Yep.
part of 2015?
Yeah, I figured those are going to be the last 2 episodes about 2015 movies, and then the rest, if you want to fill in, you can do so on your own regard. But
The way I see it, if it's eligible to be nominated for an Oscar from this year, then it's eligible for your list.
yeah,
Alright.
absolutely.
I'll remember that.
Don't have to have seen it in 2015. It just has to have been a part of that collection. So yeah, fun times.
Good deal.
Got a Tarantino and a DiCaprio film back to back. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Cool. Well, until then, be sure to get out and see the Hateful Eight, guys, and
We will.
we'll
We
talk
will.
to you then. Peace out.
Bye.
This is ground control to Major Tom. You've really made the grade. And the papers want to know whose shirts you wear. Now it's time to leave the capsule if you dare. This is Major Tom to ground control. I'm stepping through the door, and I'm floating in a most peculiar way, and the stars look very different today. For here am I sitting in a tin